Good afternoon, everyone. I'm audible. Voice is good afternoon to all. My voice is audible. Voice is audible to everyone. Aman Bharti. Aman, are you here? Aman.
यस मैम।
अगर तुम लोग रिप्लाई नहीं कर रहे हो इसका क्या मतलब समझा जाए? कोई भी कुछ रिप्लाई नहीं कर रहे हो इसका क्या मतलब समझा जाए कि तुम लोग को इग्नोर करके बस ऐसे ही बोलते जाएं? जब पूछा जा रहा है आवाज जा रही है या नहीं ये भी तुम लोग बोल नहीं पा रहे हो। कोई क्वेश्चन तो तुम लोगों से पूछा नहीं जा रहा है।
हेलो
यस बोलो।
मैम, नेटवर्क इशू मैम, बारिश हो रहा था इधर मैम।
ठीक है तुम्हारे घर में नेटवर्क इशू है, बाकी लोग के घरों में क्या प्रॉब्लम है? तो ठीक है अभी से वैसे ही होगा जैसे तुम लोग बिहेव करते हो। अगर तुम लोग भी कुछ भी पूछोगे तो मैं कुछ भी रिप्लाई नहीं करूंगी। So in last class, we have a study about seepage sediment transport theory. So sediment transport theory almost completed. Only formulas are used in your syllabus. That is given by Sills. So Sills theory, Sills gives the theory regarding to sediment transport. So in last class we have completed sediment transport theory. Sediment transport theory given by Sills. So now we start the next chapter, that is theory of seepage. Theory of seepage in hydraulic structure. So what is seepage? What is seepage? What do you mean by seepage and
मैम वाटर जो होता है वो ग्राउंड टेबल में पेनिट्रेट कर जाता है, दिस इज कॉल्ड अ सीपेज.
Okay. Theory of seepage. So due to seepage, any type of hydraulic structure such as dam, weir, barrage, either regulator or any type of cross drainage work also that is constructed on Earth's surface, but these are hydraulic structures. So either water is passing through this structure or water is stored by this structure. So seepage, that means seepage means water. This is water level. Seepage means movement of water through surface. So if water moves within any hydraulic structure or below the foundation of a structure, then it may fail. So hydraulic structure, any type of structure such as dam, weir, barrage, regulator, cross drainage work may either be constructed on any type of pervious foundation or impervious foundation. So most of these structures are founded in generally on alluvial soil foundation. So in India also most of region has alluvial soil. So generally the foundation or base material of any structure, any hydraulic structure is alluvial soil. Then seepage tendency is very high in alluvial soil. Okay, so seepage water is observed beneath this foundation or resulting of movement of water within the foundation. A structure may failure. Piping is also one type of seepage failure, and either due to uplift pressure. Uplift pressure failure. This is the mode of failure due to seepage. Okay. So what is seepage? Everyone know about seepage, the process of seepage, also percolation, also permeability properties of soil. So due to seepage, different types of failure may, and below the foundation, any impervious or pervious or any alluvial soil is here. If water is passed through this soil, if water is available, then this water is present due to seepage process, and this water act a pressure the surface of the foundation, and this pressure is known as seepage pressure or uplift pressure. So tendency of this pressure is uplift to, tendency of this pressure is lift of foundation. Okay, tendency of this pressure is lift of foundation. And in piping failure, the condition in piping failure. So in piping failure, a vacant hole is created. How this is created? So this is the foundation. If this is the foundation, below the foundation, any alluvial soil this is the foundation of any hydraulic structure, and here is the any type of soil or any type of pervious rock. Then water flow through this to this way, this to this way. So here a vacant portion create. Here a vacant portion create. Okay. So due to this vacant portion, vacant part or passage created by flowing water due to seepage water. So bearing capacity is less, or due to this also settlement may occur. Due to settlement, failure tendency increase. So this failure is due to piping, and uplift pressure failure is pressure developed in upper direction of the base of the foundation. Okay, this two term is clear. So the percolating water travel from upstream to downstream direction of any type of hydraulic structure, and it has sufficient head available with it. So if any dam is available constructed on any site, if this is the any hydraulic structure, this one is the mark it green and water mark by blue. So this is any type of structure, this is the foundation, and this is the upstream, this is the downstream. So the percolating water travel from upstream to downstream. Percolating water, that means below the foundation. So below the foundation, if water is moved upstream to downstream direction, in this direction, percolating water is moved. Then, and why this water move through upstream to downstream? Due to available pressure head difference. Okay, so due to which it exerts the seepage pressure over the soil medium particle. So due to this water movement or presence of water in this portion, a seepage pressure also act on the soil particle which is present in this medium. This yellow is the soil particle. Okay. So seepage pressure act at this soil medium, and this pressure may cause movement of medium particle along with the flowing water at downstream direction. So particle is also moved with the water. So this process of erosion extend backward water and result in formation for the vacant empty space below the foundation, due to which any hydraulic structure subsides. Okay, and this type of failure may be known as piping failure, or also exert a force in soil particle present in this medium, this yellow mark, and due to this movement, soil particle also move with water. Okay, so due to this movement of soil particle, here a vacant space is created. And this is known as piping failure. Okay, so due to this vacant space, our foundation of our hydraulic structure may be settled or may be fail, and this type of failure is known as piping failure, or also known as undermining. पाइपिंग और
तभी ना अपलिफ्ट प्रेशर वहां पे लगेगा मैम, क्योंकि जब तक वो पाइपिंग नहीं क्रिएट होगा तब तक अपलिफ्ट प्रेशर तो यूज ही नहीं होगा मैम वहां पे।
ठीक है, अभी वो हम डिस्कस कर रहे हैं। अभी सिर्फ ये बताएगा कि पाइपिंग फेल्यूर क्या होता है, किस तरह से वैकेंट पोर्शन क्रिएट होता है। ठीक है, कौन सा प्रेशर एक्ट कर रहा है वो अभी हम लोग डिस्कस करेंगे। सो दिस इज द एनी वेयर और वेराज, and this is the foundation. Here is the head difference, here is the water level here, and this one water level is here. This height is h, capital H minus small h. So water is flowing in this manner. So we also study about flow net in soil mechanics. Have you remembered flow net? क्या होता था फ्लो नेट? सीपेज थ्योरी पढ़े हो ना तुम लोग? परमिएबिलिटी, आफ्टर परमिएबिलिटी, इफेक्टिव स्ट्रेस, सीपेज थ्योरी इन सॉइल मैकेनिक्स आल्सो। क्या होता है? NF and ND. What is NF and ND?
मैम याद नहीं है ठीक से।
और किसी को? NF and ND. इक्विपोटेंशियल ड्रॉप एंड फ्लो नेट, इसका सिग्निफिकेंस क्या है? ND and NF, and also relation between head difference and NF-ND, and also a relation between discharge and NF-ND. बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस आते हैं गेट में। How we calculate discharge in condition? Okay, if piping failure occurred, then how we avoid it? If piping failure occur, piping failure क्या होता है ये समझ में आ गया कि वैकेंट कुछ वैकेंट पोर्शन क्रिएट रहता है. So how we avoided? How we avoided piping failure? कैसे हमें अवॉइड करना होगा ताकि ये वैकेंट पोर्शन क्रिएट ना हो, इसके लिए हमें क्या करना होगा?
हम फ्लो लेंथ
बेस
ज्यादा
जो
रखना होगा मैम।
की वेस या फिर हम जहाँ से वाटर पास ना कर पाए।
मैम लेंथ फ्लो जो
Your voice
कर
is
रहा है वो
not
लंबा
clear.
रखेंगे।
क्या रखेंगे? लेंथ
लेंथ जिसमें फ्लो हो रहा है वो कुछ ज्यादा लंबा करेंगे, इससे पाइपिंग फेलियर कम होगा।
लेंथ इंक्रीज कर देंगे, मतलब फ्लो लेंथ।
यस
ओके,
मैम।
क्या कर सकते हैं?
हम हाइड्रोलिक ग्रेडियंट से वो मतलब कम हो जाएगा, मतलब हाँ कम हो जाएगा हाइड्रोलिक ग्रेडियंट।
लेंथ ऑफ फ्लो को हमें इंक्रीज करना है, लेंथ ऑफ फ्लो। Okay, so length of flow, if length of flow is increases, then how head loss is decreased or increased? क्या रिलेशन है? सबसे पहले मुझे ये बताओ कि NF एंड ND क्या है? What is NF and ND? And what is the relation between head loss and NF and ND?
हम NF नंबर ऑफ फ्लो लाइंस और NDA नंबर ऑफ वो क्या बोलते हैं इक्विपोटेंशियल लाइन ड्रॉप का।
Equipotential drop and flow line. So what is the relation between discharge and NF and D? How we calculate discharge? How we calculate discharge? क्या होता है रिलेशन? Q equal to what? ऑलरेडी सब कुछ बताया जा चुका है, एक बार नहीं दो बार, थोड़ा दिमाग पे जोर दो और बताओ। ये पूरे चैप्टर सॉइल मैकेनिक्स का जो CPS थ्योरी है उसी पे बेस्ड है, सो प्लीज आंसर। Relation between discharge and equipotential drop and flow number of flow length. इतने टाइम में तो तुम लोग नोटबुक लेके देख लेते कि क्या होता है। So we can avoid piping failure by providing firstly seed pile, seed pile is act as a obstruction, okay, and it क्या करेगा, ये एक तरह का ऑब्स्ट्रक्शन है जो कि हम लोग प्रोवाइड करेंगे ताकि फ्लो को रोक सके, है ना। सो बाय इंक्रीजिंग द लेंथ ऑफ फ्लो बाय providing the seed pile and downstream. Here we provide seed pile to prevent piping failure and also by increasing the length of foundation. Okay, by increasing the length of foundation, we can
ठीक से नहीं आ रहा।
So by increasing the length of foundation, due to increase the length of foundation, head loss will be more. So if head loss will be more, then we prevent the piping failure. So del H by ND, this is the also relation between head loss and NF/ND. Next failure is due to uplift failure. So in uplift failure, what happened in our hydraulic structure? Voice is audible.
मैम कट के आ रहा है।
Uplift pressure failure. So in uplift pressure failure, the percolating water below the impervious base water exert a upward pressure on the foundation. Okay, so this is termed as uplift pressure. So this pressure, this force is known as uplift pressure. This is not understood by rate of foundation, then foundation will be failed. So percolating water exert a pressure, exert a force in upward direction on the base of the foundation, and this upward force is known as uplift pressure. Okay, so if uplift pressure is not counterbalance, then then foundation may be failure, then foundation of a structure may be fail. So for the counterbalance, weight of foundation should be equal to or resultant downward force equal to or increase to matlab more than uplift pressure. So in that condition our structure is this failure we can use against seat pile at upstream direction. Okay, if this is the hydraulic structure, this is the water. Okay, this is pressure exerted, this pressure is the uplift pressure. So for the safe structure, uplift pressure should be equal or greater than, weight of the dam or weight of the hydraulic structure should be equal to or greater than uplift pressure, so that the uplift force is counterbalanced by weight of foundation and it prevents from failure. Okay, so to avoid of the failure due to uplift pressure, sheet pile provide at upstream side or near the upstream side. So here we provide sheet pile. This is the upstream, this is the downstream. So for the by providing the sheet pile near to upstream side, we prevent the failure due to seepage pressure. Okay, so sheet pile at upstream direction, it helps in causing the considerable head loss and ensuring low head at all base points. So by increasing the thickness of foundation due to weight of foundation increase, so for the weight of foundation increase, we have to increase the thickness of foundation. So length of foundation we can't increase, but thickness of foundation may be increased for the increasing of weight. For the increasing of weight of foundation, we have to increase the thickness of foundation. Okay, so different types of theory, different theory gives by Blix and other scientists related to seepage. Firstly given by Blix creep theory of seepage. So what is the Blix creep theory of seepage? So first of all, we have to know about assumption of this theory. So first assumption of this theory is the percolating water follow the outline of the base of the foundation of the hydraulic structure. That is, the water creep along the bottom contour of the structure. So water flow along the bottom of the structure. This is the first assumption. Okay, and the length of path, that is the follow path of the water traveled by water, is termed as creep length. So first assumption of creep theory is water flow at the bottom of the foundation or along the contour of bottom of foundation. Okay.